Viewer discretion is advised. Your fave will be criticized. That's Jan.
That's Chris.
Welcome to CCTV, the nonstop pop show.
And today we're going to review Wonho's new single, Lose.
Wonho has just released his second solo single, Lose, from his second project, Love Synonym #2, Right for Us. So, Shan, are you a fan?
Yes, I've been a fan of Monsta X since around 2017. And around that time, I chose Wonho as my bias. I've been fortunate enough to see them as a set of 7. And of course, I was super sad when Wonho departed from the group. The discussion around that situation was mentioned in our previous video, so if you guys want to check that out, definitely do that. He is my bias, so I am glad that he has returned to the industry. I bought all his past albums, fan merch, and I bought this album too. So I'm a weenie. What about you?
So I actually don't know too much about him. I know kind of all the big Monsta X singles. So I've watched him in the group, obviously, and I did listen to the first solo EP as well. But that's pretty much it. He definitely, I've seen him a lot on social media. He's gone very viral with his thirst trappy pictures. But yeah, no, I think he has a nice voice, and I'm excited just to see kind of where his solo career takes him.
Agreed. So let's get into the video. Welcome to It Boppin. Here, we listen to the song and discuss the production, the lyrics, the video, and everything in between. So let's find out, is it a bop or a flop? So just to start with the song, the Korean lyrics are written by Wonho and Brother Sue. The original composers consist of Noah Conrad, who worked on a Backstreet Boys and Steve Aoki track, Monsta X's Who Do You Love? And there's also Tony Ferrari, who did Monsta X tracks, and Roland Spreckley, who did BTS and Pink Sweats tracks. So this song is pretty interesting. I think when I first heard it, I think I was happy that he stayed in this kind of like cool boy like vibe, this cool boy vein. I love the piano and the guitar that leads us through the first verse, and there's a smoldery synth bass that goes. I was like, oh, and he's crawling on the floor as that part starts to play.
Mhm.
The song is it took me somewhere in that area. I liked how the hook has like the half chorus that was happening, because he did that in Open Mind.
Mhm.
So I think he's kind of just following that, I guess, that style. I will say that the second verse does keep up the momentum, but it doesn't have much diversity, aside for some drums to introduce the second chorus again. Love the strings at the end, though. Those were fun to listen to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the production on this. I think it is a very good progression from Open Mind. I think I actually like the song more than Open Mind.
Mm.
But yeah, I think the build is really good. Like you said, the guitars in the beginning, and then the snaps come in, and then then the bassy synths,
Yeah.
through the chorus, and then finally the strings coming into the end. Just a really nice, gentle build. I like all the different kind of percussion that comes in. But yeah, this whole cool, slick kind
Yeah.
of thing he's going for, I'm a fan of for sure.
Agreed. I like this home fatale, not femme fatale, but home fatale.
Om.
Home? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I speak Spanish and Korean. Sorry, y'all. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's minimal, and it's definitely like very slick. And I like that it wasn't overproduced, but like I said, I do wish there was some sonic variation here and there. But it was
Mm.
good otherwise.
Yeah. What did you think of his vocals?
I personally like it when Wonho uses the lower part of his range. On certain B-side tracks on the Monsta X albums, he did use it, but because he was almost like a vocal, like a vocal that kind of was a sub vocal that got better, they started utilizing more of his higher range. So if Kian started singing belt notes, he would pick up the last chorus, which is cool, but it's definitely appreciated, and it leans more toward his R&B-esque tones, like in that smooth kind of tenor R&B.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely thought they were nice, but I think he has nicer moments in the other tracks on the album. Like, what song is it? Like Devil?
Hmm.
He has better
Yeah.
moments there, yeah.
I agree with that. So I
Mhm,
don't know much about his vocal abilities. I was actually
mhm.
going to ask you, like, does he tend to belt at all, or is he more this kind of smooth crooner?
Smooth crooner, but belted when he had to.
Okay, because I think he has a really nice tone. I think it's very pleasant. But I do wish there was more variety in his vocal delivery.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
he uses his mix really nice in the chorus, that kind of almost falsetto, which is very hard to sustain for that long.
Yeah,
If you ever have
yeah.
to sing this live, that Lou,
Yeah,
like that's gonna be
that
so hard
run.
to nail. Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I kind of wish because I did listen to the rest of the EP as well. Devil, he's almost whispering some parts, and it's very breathy, kind of Billie Eilish esque, Um, and I wanted that in this song, I think, because he kind of just sounds the same throughout.
Yes,
And
that's what it was,
yeah,
yeah.
there's not much variety with the way he was singing. I like that
Mhm.
little distortion on the "you" in the chorus.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
but yeah, I wanted more. Yeah.
Right, I agree with you, and like you said, the smokier tone or, like, the more, smoldery,
Mhm.
lowering voice that he uses in Devil, that was necessary for some of the verses, right? But then when you introduce, like, the 2nd verse or maybe the chorus and you introduce more harmonies, like the other song on the album, Best Shot, it is so dynamically diverse, it's just, "Oh, what's next? What's next?" But, it's interesting to hear him sing alone. With songs like this, it's just sometimes where some tonal variation would help, and it doesn't mean that he cannot sing, it's just that maybe at the bridge, could we get an extra, like a low harmony? Because like you said, him singing in that mix, if he would have had a low harmony, maybe while the backtrack was singing low melody. Sorry, while the backtrack was singing the melody, he could sing the low harmony and it would balance out really nice. And I just want to say, I wish there was like a vocoder moment at the end with the don't wanna lose, don't wanna
Oh
lose.
yeah.
Something to kind of give a little bit of just a little bit of splash. Just a
I
little.
wanted some ad libs. Yeah, I
Yes.
agree. I
Yeah.
just wanted it
Yeah.
to take it another way. That's why I wasn't sure if he tends to do that. But
Yes. Yeah.
interesting. He has a really nice tone, but I do think
Yeah.
he could have used some more texture overall.
Some beef. Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
of beef. But, the lyrics were interesting. What did you think about the English lyrics compared to the Korean ones?
Well, it's funny. So first off, I think it's great that he's doing like English versions of the lead singles. Um, but it's just so funny because I'm used to reading now like Korean translations of things, and it's always written so poetically and it's
Yeah.
so beautiful. And then
Yeah.
the English ones are usually just, more basic, but just because I understand it, right? So
Right,
it's just kind
right.
of funny, doing the two together. But
Mhm,
no, yeah, I think the lyrics are cool. They really match the production, the kind
mhm.
of darkness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think, like, I have this, like, mild beef where if sometimes things sound better in Korean, like, when you say, like, "Yeah," like, "I love ya," or something like that, you'll hear "anya" or something like "yeah" comes naturally in Korean, but there are certain times where English sounds a little, like, uncomfortable.
Hmm.
So, what did you think about him singing some of the English words? Do you think that it fit nicely or
Yeah,
yeah.
I've heard other English translated songs and I know what you mean. I actually
Yeah,
didn't notice that in this one at all. I think it
right.
sounded pretty smooth. His accent sounds good. Like
Mhm.
there wasn't anything jarring in this one at all. What do you think?
Right, right. The video, I think, for the lyrics, like you said, I think they were a little bit more matched up nicely. On the video, the subtitles are the English version lyrics, which don't quite match what he's actually saying. I think it's interesting in certain parts how the video matches the lyrics. Like he mentions, I completely erased you and you broke off these chains and you're still tied to me and it wears me out and scars remained. I've become cold, things like that, right? I think the Korean words just played a little bit more to the creativity of the whole production of the video and choreography.
So about that video that you just talked about, so Tank Boy directed this one, and that is the production company who's worked with Jay Park and the Alien Dance Crew, and they also did the Open Mind music video. So
Mhm.
that's nice. They're continuing that partnership. Um,
Yes.
but yes, this video we think is about a broken relationship.
Mhm.
There are dance scenes and solo performance shots, and there's a whole mini drama going on with this woman. Um, and in the beginning, Wano is cutting a film strip. Like it's a metaphor that this tragic love story is about to unfold. And
Mhm.
collapsing buildings and all this stuff going on,
Mhm.
where Wonho is just clearly trapped in a relationship with this horrible person. It's falling
Yeah.
apart. Yeah. What did you think of the video?
I thought it was interesting. As I told you before, when I first watched it, I had to get past the initial shock of just him because he's delicious. Okay. I'd let him. I'd let him. I'd let him. I'm just gonna say that now and forevermore. I'd let him. I love the video. Okay, I had to get past that initial shock. But I will say that it took me a second to understand what was happening because there was a lot happening. There's really jarring shots. And in the beginning, the video is very cool in tone. It's very blue and just serious and solemn. And then it gets warmer toward the end. I thought that was interesting. But the storyline outside the dancing and the drama is a little bit confusing because there's so much going on. There's a movie like a film roll in the shot, and he's falling out of the sky after this chick popped him in the chest. Like, you could obviously tell that she is the main antagonist, and they have absolutely no chemistry. I mean, it's good for
Yeah.
the weenies. You don't want to see your man hugging another. It's like, oh,
The most awkward part is that scene where he's like,
like
doesn't want
Phantom
to
holding
touch
her.
this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very strange. Um,
I understand he's a big dude. He probably doesn't want to put all of him on her. But if it was me, I would have leaned back just a little bit.
yeah,
I caught the vapors, sir. I'm falling. I caught the vapors.
I
I would've
have I have to say though, I actually think the girl was kind of underused. Because other than that scene and a few kind of shots of her and then the gun, there's really not much else. Like I kind of wish there was more of even just a standoff between the two of them in some way. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just didn't feel she was used to her max potential.
It's about her right now, and I agree with what you're saying. I think she was just like a means to justify the end. Like,
Right.
oh, this one that broke his heart. Here she is. The relationship is falling apart. Do you see the building collapsing around him and all the other rooms inside of this video are collapsing? You can see
Mhm,
people as he's getting over this girl. You can see like this hands and skulls and faces coming
mhm,
through the wall. Also, in the video, he starts to get himself together. Like, the film roll starts to rewind, the building comes back together, and there's like this mechanical heart that has become like the actualization of what he's talking about. And it starts to like glower and flame. And then even he starts to, I guess, ignite from the inside. I thought that was really interesting. There's a lot going on in that sense. And I think that is his style, to kind of have more metaphoric situations than to focus on like, I love this woman, but she don't love me back, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what was happening. I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot going on in this video. But what was your favorite scene in the video? Let us know. And do you have any other theories about the storyline? Is there something that Chris and I missed? Let us know in the comments below.
all right. So yeah, I really like this video actually.
Hmm.
Like you said, just a lot going on, but it kept my interest. And I think my favorite part was kind of the black and white stuff that goes on in the second verse.
Yeah, when he's
Um,
like
and
dancing
he's
by
dancing on
himself.
the table. Yeah, I thought those were done really well. Um,
Yes.
and I think the dance routine's really good.
Hmm.
Really good musicality.
Hmm.
Clearly, I mean, I mentioned earlier, he's gone viral due to how buff he
Hot he
is.
is. Oh.
Uh, and they used
Mhm.
every opportunity they could to show that off.
Yes,
It's all
yes.
about breaking free, and by the end, he's broken free of the shirt as well. Um,
Sorry.
but I mean, no, I mean, he's worked very hard, so definitely, you should show it off.
Yes,
But I
yes.
have to say,
Mm.
I like that even though he's so buff, he's not super stiff,
Oh my
because that
gosh,
is a
yes.
problem that I've witnessed firsthand. So I appreciate that he's still very smooth and can kind of hit everything as hard as his dancers are.
This video definitely doesn't leave any cliffhanger moments, but it definitely has a lot of, "Did you see that? What do you think it means?" So, yeah, definitely thought the video was interesting and a little bit more mature than Open Mind.
Mhm.
Yeah. Open Mind was like the playboy brother, and this is like the older, smoldery brother. I like
So
this.
who's the next brother?
Don't even get me started. I'm hoping it's the stripper. I'm hoping it's the stripper brother because that outfit he was wearing, that Lady Gaga, Freddie Mercury 80s club disco stick outfit with the motorcycle hat. Honey. Oh, yes.
I'm not
Vroom,
sure he
vroom.
could strip any more than he has.
Can I just say I still haven't gotten sick of that body yet? And I know hashtag one knows more than his body, but I just have to say, I'm still not, that's a hashtag, yeah. I'm still not over it because every time they just find ways to just show it off again. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think it could get better. You know?
I'm sure he's ready to do more, for sure. All right, Shan. So, what do you rate the song?
I will give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. What about you?
I will also give it an 8.
All right, so it's official. This song is a bibbidi boppity bop. Usually during this part of the video, Chris and I would invite you to our social media accounts and bid you adieu. But today we have an announcement. We are finally doing a giveaway. This is our first giveaway and we're excited about it because we have some Wonho merch to give to weenies. Yay. In no way is this giveaway endorsed, associated, sponsored by, or administered by YouTube or any social media platform it is promoted on. So for this giveaway, there is a first, second, and third place. First place will receive an official Wonho T-shirt and a random Love Synonym #1 album. Second place will receive a random version of Love Synonym #1 and an official special photocard. Third place will receive a random version of the first album. The rules for this giveaway are simple. First, like the video. Second, subscribe to our channel. And third, leave us a comment answering the question we asked somewhere in the video. If you'd like to increase your chances of winning, be sure to follow us on Instagram at cctvpops and send us a DM with your YouTube name. The giveaway will close at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 31st, so get those comments in. You have a whole month. Come on, weenies.
Until next time, that's Shan.
That's Chris.
And we are CCTV.
Bye.
Bye.